This is the 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid Limited, and in this video we'll take a look at it inside and out. My name is Joko, and welcome to Urban Auto Adventures. Before we start with the video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot to me. It would help the channel grow, and you won't miss any future video uploads. Now, while you're down there, you might as well hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now, back to the 24 Sonata Hybrid. You cannot get a 2024 Sonata model internal combustion engine, that is, with the limited trim package. They only come in a hybrid version. And they have removed, for some reason, the limited trim packages on the internal combustion engine side of their Sonata models. You do also get a limited trim with the N-Line version, with the N-Line lineup, but the N-Line lineup is more of a performance style vehicle compared to the mid-size sedan versions that, of the Sonata lineup. So basically, the only way to get a fully loaded limited trim level is to go with the hybrid version. Now, all of that put aside, starting off with our hood, we have a fairly simple, straightforward hood design with leading lines leading towards the front fascia, the front nose of the vehicle, a flat Hyundai logo here on the front of our hood, a LED strip for our daylight running lights here, as you can see, which also integrates our LED turn signals. Right below that, we have our LED headlights. Right below the headlights, we have the LED fog lights, which are sitting unusually higher than we usually have them on vehicles, with a vent here that ends up in our tire compartment, proximity sensors on our front bumper with our forward-facing camera, a forward collision warning sensor or radar system right here, with a very stylish and sportish looking front spoiler. And a huge thank you to Darcy Hyundai here in Joliet, Illinois for lending me one of their cars so I can do a walk-around video. I'll put a link to their website down in the description if you want to check them out. Now back to the video. The 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid is 193 inches long, 73 inches wide, 57 inches tall, and has a ground clearance of 5.3 inches. Looking at the side of it and from these dimensions, we can tell that the Sonata Hybrid is actually a perfectly sized vehicle for a smaller to medium-sized family. Now, starting off with our wheels, we have 17-inch wheels in the front and the back with disc brakes. At the bottom of the car, we have this very nice and sportish black high gloss trim, which gives it a very nice and sportish look. Overall, the contours and the shape of the overall body of the Sonata, it actually has very nice aerodynamic lines here, looking at it from the side like that. But moving on, we have this nice trim here, which adds again to that sportish look. Next, we have bi-colored side view mirrors with the body color on top and a black trim here on the bottom. They have blind spot detection and also a camera here from underneath to help with the 360 view. Moving on to our door handles. Door handles are the same color as our body. Next, we have our trim around the windows. We have chrome trim on the bottom and matte finish trim here on the top, with high gloss black trim on the columns here of our doors. Continuing towards the back of the vehicle, virtually there aren't that many changes compared to the 2023 models, with maybe some minor cosmetic exceptions. But overall, we have a very elegant style of our 24 Sonatas with this sports touch as well. Starting off at the top, we have our LED brake light here. As you can see, we have our rear window with our seemingly small liftgate here. A very nice and sportish spoiler here on top with our protrusions here to give it, again, to add to that sportish look. A rear view camera. Right below that, we have this very nice light element, which is, with this hard plastic here. But we have LED reverse lights as well as our LED taillights. And if you pay close attention, you'll notice that the LED taillights actually resemble the letter H with this LED strip here spanning from one side to the other. Right below that, we have our Sonata emblem on this side, our hybrid emblem on this side. We also have proximity sensors on our rear bumper, as you can see, a very elegantly designed rear spoiler, and the exhaust pipe is hidden out of view underneath the rear spoiler here on the passenger side of the rear end of the car. Now, if you want to open up the lift gate, all you do is you push on the button, and as you can see, we have a automatic lift gate. Now, the opening does seem a little bit smaller at first, but it's definitely big enough, for your daily groceries or for even loading up suitcases for if you're planning a longer road trip. Now, you do get additional space here to the back, to the rear of the trunk space of your Sonata, and it's fairly deep towards the rear seats, as well as sitting deeper down here in the trunk as well. If this space is not enough, what you can also do is you can lift up the bottom cover and you get additional storage room right here with some compartments. And if this space is not enough, you can also put down the seats for even more room. And all you do is you pull on these levers to unlock the seats, and then you just go around and put the seats down. And this side. Now this opens up even deeper storage room. You know, if you want to put something longer, that will reach almost the front seats of the vehicle. If you want to put everything back up, you cannot do it automatically. You got to do it manually. You simply go from both sides and lift the seat in its position. Same thing on this side. You simply lift it up and it latches into place. If you want to close up the lift gate, push on the liftgate button and it closes up by itself. The 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid Limited trim version comes in a 2-liter 4-cylinder internal combustion engine paired up with a 51 kilowatt electric motor. Combined with the 6-speed automatic transmission as well as the front wheel drive of the Sonata, we have a power output of 192 horsepower. Now, in addition to that, what you also want to know is where you put your windshield washer fluid, and it's right here to the front, away from the engine bay, so that you don't necessarily spill windshield washer fluid all over your engine. Sitting inside the 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid Limited Edition, you actually get exactly what you expect from a fully loaded model. Not only luxury-wise when it comes to materials on the interior, but also convenience and safety features that come with the Sonata fully loaded models. You also get a updated key fob, which kind of looks like a polished egg, if you may. And on the side of the key fob, you actually get the self pull in and pull out feature that we've seen in the other models. And if you want to use the autonomous pull in and pull out of the parking spot feature, all you gotta do is you first gotta lock the vehicle, start it up, so push and hold. The vehicle is now on, and now if we want to pull out, we simply push and hold on the pull out of the parking spot button, and the vehicle will pull out. As soon as you release the button, the vehicle will stop. Now, if you want to park the vehicle like that, you can exit, and you do the opposite. You push on the pull forward button, push and hold. And as you see, the vehicle pulls forward at a very slow speed, just in case there's vehicles around and you don't hit anything. Once it goes in deep enough, you release the button and it stops. Now keep in mind, this feature is proximity dependent, meaning you cannot simply be far away for this to work. You have to be, I believe, 6 feet within the vehicle in order for this to work. So keep that in mind. In addition to that, the interior of the vehicle has this very luxurious feel to it as well. We have a very nice combination of materials. We have this wood-alike trim here, which I believe is just a simple veneer over the hard plastic trim. What seems like brushed aluminum trim throughout the entire car to give it, again, a little bit of an elegant style. We have soft leather on our dashboard, a very nice grayish interior in combination with this white leather that we have here. We have this huge screen that spans from, like 2/3 of the interior width, with 2 separate screens for our driver as well as for our infotainment system, which we'll talk about in a second. Overall, the Sonata comes with a ton of safety and convenience features, so without further ado, let's just jump right into them. Starting off with our passenger side, we have this glove box compartment with a hardcover plastic on the inside. It'll fit your owner's manual and obviously a few other things. Right above it, we have this very nice design of our vents here. Although there is no vent in here in the center, it just makes it look seamless. Leading towards our infotainment system here in the center, our centerpiece. Our infotainment system is a 12.3-inch in diagonal touchscreen display with Google Assistant, Android Auto, as well as Apple CarPlay. It's a very responsive screen here, as you can see, and right below that we also have a classic button arrangements to control some of your infotainment system as well. This is where you can find your home button, the map button, the search, your media, but you also have a customizable button, the start here, that you can customize according to your own desire, whether you want to control the display, your radio, your hotspot, or anything that is available here through the menu. Right below that, you have your climate control unit, which is this very elegantly shaped touchscreen right here, and you also get these classical knobs to increase and decrease the temperature as well, with little screens, monochromatic screens here on the knob as well. Right below that, you get a little bit of a storage compartment right here with 2 USB-C charging ports, as well as a 12-volt outlet right here, and wireless phone charging here as well. You have your button for your drive mode selector, your parking sensors, a little slot here for our keys, I'm assuming, your auto hold, your camera button access, 2 cup holders, and a very nice armrest right here. Push the button, it opens up an even deeper storage compartment for if you want to store even other things. It has actually this very nice and elegant design with this protruding thing, so you can rest your hand all the way like that, which is actually feels very good. For our driver, we have a heads-up display and a fully digital instrument cluster, which is the same size as our infotainment system, a 12.3 inch in diagonal instrument cluster display right here. Next, we have this very slim steering wheel, which is also heated. It has paddle shifters, a very simplistic yet modern design to it, with brushed aluminum trim, as well as physical buttons on the front of the steering wheel to control some of your other safety and convenience features, such as your adaptive cruise control, hybrid driving assist features, as well as some of your features of the infotainment system. In addition to that, you also get additional controls here to the left-hand side of the vehicle. This is where you can control the luminance of your monitors and the lights on your dashboard. You also get a battery reset button, which re-engages the 12-volt battery after an automatic shutdown due to low voltage. Traction control, electronic park brake, and this is where you can open up your liftgate as well. On the right hand side is where your gear selector is. It's this lever right here, and you don't pull it up and down, but you simply twist the knob forward for drive, backward for reverse, and you push the button for park. Simple and straightforward. Next are our seats, and we have these very nice white leather, perforated leather seats, which are also ventilated, they're heated. We have power adjustments and two-way power lumbar here in our driver. And in addition to that, you also get memory for 2 people in the driver's side, no memory for the passenger side. And since this is the fully loaded version of the Sonata lineup, you also get a premium Bose sound system, LED lights throughout the entire vehicle, an electronically controlled sunshade with a tilted and sliding moonroof. Sitting in the rear seats of the 2024 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid Limited Edition, you're actually more comfortable than you would think. Now, the driver's seat has been adjusted, for a person of my build, because obviously I was driving the car, but I still get plenty of legroom here with plenty of headroom above me, and overall I get the same materials that we got in the front seats. We have these very nice perforated leather here on our seats, and the nice grayish materials here with the brushed aluminum trim on our doors as well. In addition to that, you also get this retractable sunscreen here in your door that you simply pull up, hook up, and if you don't want it, you can simply put it down like that. You also get a little bit of storage here inside your door, a bottle holder here, and a pocket in the form of this netting here behind the passenger seat. You also have a center console where the vents for your climate control are coming out, and in the center console you have 2 USB-C charging ports right down there as well. In addition to that, if you want even more comfort, what you can do is you can lower this part of the middle seat, get an armrest, and 2 additional cup holders. Overall, it's very comfortable here, and you get a very nice overview of the entire vehicle, which is very nice. And that concludes our video for today. Subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss any future video uploads. But if you want to see more amazing car videos, hit one of the thumbnails right there, and I'll see you in our next one. Cheers.